So I have a tower here. I'm on T5 maps between T4 to T5. And I'm going to go ahead and run this. I'm activating all three waystone slots right here, at least attempting to. I only get one shot at this. I think I can manage it though. I'm going to show the build here. So this is kind of a progress update. Extra content, kill rare and unique monsters. Okay. And then activate the precursor. So here we go. Build, we're going to start off with the talent tree. I have this configured up through here for some bleed, evasion and movement speed, and stun and increased armor with physical attack damage, which amplifies the bleed. Some more attack damage over here, accuracy and attack speed, more bleed, damage with spears, bleed. Over here, crit, ailments, up over here, ailments, down and over this way, companion, and over this way, crit. So that's all configured and set up. I also have my third ascendancy point. So we have Mystic Attunement for a bonus from Amulet and Rings, which I have 4 of. And that's basically it for the talent tree. I'm going to show a bit more about that in a second, though. So skills. I'm running Spear Throw. I've added in Fork, which only applies to the less damage is, this is really nice. The less damage only applies to the spears that split afterwards. So the main spear still does the same amount of damage, which is absolutely great. I've added Herald of Plague. I'm not sure if I'll keep this. This right here will combine with Herald of Blood, which has Envenom for Herald stacking. I have Wind Dancer, Bloodhound's Mark. I need to get a 4th skill in Blood Hunt. I'm not sure what that's going to be just yet. Rake is fully skilled up. I found a Divine Orb and used that to purchase this. We have Brutality, Deep Cuts, Heavy Swing, Heft, and Ancestral Call to boost it every 6 seconds. You can see the timer go around on here when I use this skill, which is pretty cool. That's about it for the main, other than that, Spearfield is the second form of DPS here, and I will be adding another one, and this will be Pin. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going next on the tree, but I'm going to pull up Path of Building, which I will share in the link below. So tree here shows the exact same configuration. I have this imported, and I am level 75 and with my 74, and with my current gear, I'm showing a total combined bleed of 400,000 DPS. Now that requires a couple things to take place, so I'm going to talk about the configuration really fast here. I'm going to assume I have 30 rage, which means my rage is capped. I am surrounded. If I uncheck this, it is lower. Melee hit recently and projectile hit recently, yes, because I do all this constantly. Distance to enemy is 10. It might be more than that. If I go up to 20, increases drastically how much damage the Rake does. Aggravated and enemies moving. Is the enemy bleeding? Yes. Incision. Adding more stacks of Incision is really ridiculous. So if I had 10 stacks of Incision, that's another 100,000 DPS. I'm just assuming they have 1. I could do Pinned, but it doesn't do anything, and everything else I have left off. Custom modifiers, 80% increased damage from presence of companions. If I go over to the tree, you can look at this here. That didn't affect my DPS at all. So I had to manually configure that. I am using a companion. I have a beast that has a haste and a lightning storm thing. So that's providing 12 plus 8 is 20, 40, 60, 80% increased damage, which is put here into configuration manually. And that's noted in there. So that's the whole build at the moment. I'm going to save this, and this will be in the description. I'm going to attempt to clear this map. This is my first tier 5, actually, I think. It's actually solid right there. That's one of the better drops I've seen tonight. I hate Rogue Exiles. I can kill it, but we're gonna go ahead and Blood Hunters mark him. They regenerate. There we go. And now he's dead. Oh, Shroud Walker. You can see how fast I'm destroyed. Oh, level 17. I don't have the... Okay, I need more dex apparently. That's annoying. See, when I get surrounded like this, I tend to use Spear Field to assist. But you can see how much stuff is just dying from bleeds and poison. My DPS is so much improved from last time. I have upgraded my gear, and the gear is included in the Path of Building, which I will share. Ooh. Nice. I have some... Oh, nice. Three essences, not too bad. I unfortunately don't need the level 15, that doesn't do anything for me. And I have two ways of clearing with this. One is more towards the bleed damage, which is Rake, and then Spearfield still does plenty of damage though, like that's what I'm using right here, and you can see things are just exploding. It helps me crowd control. I could probably use Lightning Spear, but I'd prefer to stick with the bleed DPS. You can see that's still very effective. Oh, nice, we'll take that. I forgot to show something really cool. I'll show it at the end of the map here that I've found. That was annoying. Stupid bugs. Nice. Another tier 5 waystone. That was you saw that there. If you saw that there, that was ancestrally boosted. Irradiated, nice. I don't know if I have any. One lightning modifier, one physical modifier, one attack modifier. I don't know, does that do anything? Oh well, we're just gonna click it. Oh my gosh. I guess I'll take a look at that. That ancestrally boosted bleed just tear things apart. It may take them a second to die, but you know, it does okay. Nothing too crazy in here, but that clears the map out, and I don't think I struggled. And I'm about to level, so that's always a plus. Very nice. The other thing I wanted to show is I anointed on my amulet. Let's go in here for a second. I've anointed First Approach. This is absolutely amazing. This is like making my Rake basically a 7-link on first hit. So If enemies are full life, it does 50% increased crit chance and 80% increased damage. And also, I cannot be blinded while I'm a full life, which is immensely beneficial. So when I go in, if something has like a blinding aura or some blinding AoE, I can't be blinded when I hit them, which helps me crit and ensure I hit with that first hit, which is what I want to hit with everything with the major bleed. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't think this is bad as a whole. Putting at PO, I would estimate this at a healthy 350 to 400,000 DPS. If you maxed everything out and went up to say 15 here, this is not even maxed out. Say we go up to, I don't know what this is, 1 meter. Actually, we might be able to figure this out. Hang on. The max base melee dash range is 50? That's nuts. Are you kidding? So if I put this, so if I hit a maximum distance to enemy 50, holy moly. And say they have all 10 stacks of incision, I'm already, oh my goodness. So the initial hit is going to do about 1 million damage if I have everything set up correctly. If I uncheck, have I melee hit, we uncheck here. There we go. I think that seems more reasonable because if I go in for the initial hit, we'll uncheck surrounded too. So that's a realistic first hit, I guess, on a Guardian or Pinnacle boss. 700 is going to be a 785,000 DPS bleed. That is, I think that's assuming I crit. It looks like I need to get my accuracy up just a little bit to help compensate for this. I'll have to look around some nodes, or I'll just upgrade my weapon. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is half bad as a whole. And I just got access to a level 17. So if I go over to skills and change Rake up from 16 to 17, that is another 55,000 damage on top of that. All right. Well, as I said, I think this is a bit interesting. I will share the link for the path of building. I'm going to show how to open this real fast. And I'm going to go import export, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it export support. I'm going to click generate, share, copy. So I'm going to copy this link into the appropriate place, which if I pull up this and I just type in the URL here, it doesn't show up perfectly in here, which is fine. But if I click up here, everyone has access to this. You click open and then open with Path of Building 2. It's going to open up. It's opening up a new window right now. And here is the exact build that we were just looking at. If I go to skills and configuration, has everything exactly as I had imported and saved. And you can take a look at the Path of Building for this. So this build still has some amazing improvements I can bring into it. I can't wait to see what I can do with it. I'm enjoying this at the moment. And I'll say that's about it for this one. So if you have feedback, ideas, comments, questions, feel free to ask. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.